Shalom and welcome to another episode in our series called Picture This from Israel. We've just climbed maybe 6 stories here in Jericho to get a great view of the tell of Jericho. And we're going to try to picture how Joshua 6 unfolded with the walls that came tumbling down. So in this video, we're just going to take one position here because this is the most significant one. We're at the southern end of Tel es-Sultan, as it's called, the technical name Jericho, as we know it from Joshua 6. So what you see behind me is the revetment wall, or the retaining wall, that we think Joshua saw. Now there's all kinds of questions about the dating of the ruins of Jericho. In fact, the dating of this wall itself. In fact, you can see a second inner wall above and, of course, inside this wall. But you can see that inner wall that we don't think dated to the time of Jesus, although some suggest it does. So whether this was a double-walled city in the days of Joshua at the end of the 15th century, or if this is just a single wall, that really doesn't matter, because I want you to picture, this is where it gets really neat, in my opinion. I want you to picture yourself right here where we're standing, literally. This is the wall that Joshua and the Israelites would have seen. They're instructed to walk around the city once for 6 days. Now, the site of Jericho is only about 9 acres, although the site of Jericho in the days of Jesus of Joshua could have been even smaller than that. But what would that take? 15 minutes maybe? But on the last day, they walked around the city 7 times. They blew their shofars, a ram's horn, and they shouted. Of course, the Ark of the Covenant also was part of this fanfare. Just picture yourself as a Canaanite, a Jerichoite living inside of these city walls. And also try to picture this. There was a mud brick wall, right? See if I can point it to the top. On the top of this stone retaining wall was a mud brick wall. In fact, mud brick has been found all over the place. So we're looking at a wall that was first stone, the foundation, maybe 10, 12 feet, 14 feet high in some places, and then a mud brick wall on top of that stone wall that we see. Again, this is the top of that outer wall. So we're looking at maybe 20, 22 feet in total, and the Jerichoites look down from that wall. They're probably laughing at first. Picture this. Can you imagine? What in the world are these crazy Israelites doing? Walking around this city. But then, the 7th day, after the 7th time around, the shouts begin, the shofar blow, and the walls came tumbling, not just down, but outward. It's a remarkable story. Picture this. You're an Israelite. Maybe you're one with the shofar in your hand and you're ready to blow it. Or maybe you're one who shouts, and now you see God showing up and these walls come tumbling down. It's a remarkable story of how God intervened in an unbelievable way. From this city, taking Jericho, they would move on to the city of Ai in Joshua 7 and 8. And according to the list that appears later in Joshua, chapter 12, I believe, they take a total of 31 cities and regions. So I hope that you can picture yourself here, standing at the south end of the very site of Jericho, where I believe the archaeological evidence here supports the biblical narrative that indeed the story took place just as it was written. So shalom from Jericho here in Israel. Until next time, Take care.